guys, welcome to this new episode of MDG Talks. I am Ria Elizabeth John and my co host is Kaustubh Trivedi. Today we have with us Mr. Shubham Goyal, founder and CTO of PowerPlay. Fun fact, he was the MDG Seki in the year 2016. So, what we can tell you about this episode is that it's going to be interesting. You'll get to know a lot about startups, basically, how to take your idea and build a solid product around it. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Thank you for the warm introduction, Ria. Excited to be here.
Yeah. So we're going to talk a lot about your startup and your experiences in there. But before that, there's a question I would like to ask. So I'm in my third year, and I'm on that step that I need to make that big decision that whether to choose a startup or a corporate. So I would like to know what were your experiences in the corporate world, because you have spent some years in there also, and you have the experience of startup also.
Okay. So I joined Samsung Research in 2017. Fortunately, I was part of the visual intelligence team over there. So I will tell you about my work a bit. So in a corporate world, you get to work on a small part of a big problem, right? But you get that way. You get to learn in depth of a particular technology or a concept. For me, like I was working on the auto SDR and super image resolution solution for mobile device. And like that, there are like thousands of solutions which goes in a mobile device, right? So it's a small part of the wheel, but the impact is huge. For example, the my solution went into the 40 million mobile devices.
Okay, so you're telling me that you got to learn about a particular thing in a lot detail. That's quite unlike the startup, I think.
Yes.
So I would like to know that do you get to choose what field will you be working in? Because otherwise, it won't be. At least for me, it won't be good that I'll be working on in a field that I don't like and to that depth also. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, fortunately, I had support of good managers and I had good team which were willing to let me take on different projects. And that way, I got to explore three projects in computer vision, and I also got to explore one project in 5G that we are building at Samsung. So, so it actually depends on company to company and your manager that if you will get to choose.
Okay. Okay.
So, while we're in college, we're sort of living in a bubble, focusing only on work, studies, friends, parties. So, what would be some of the major belief changes that you faced after coming out of this bubble and stepping into the real world, into the industry?
Okay. So, when in the college, when we look at the MNCs like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, we think of them as a cool workplace, a place where you'll find bean bags, where you'll find free goodies, where you'll find free meals, a place where you get to travel to abroad a lot. So all these things sounds very fascinating, right? When you are in college, but once you get to in a MNC, then this this hangover period stays for a year. You find all these things very fascinating, but after a year, all these things gets mainstream. So that is, and these things don't fascinate you anymore. You just need a fast internet connection, high spec machine, table, a chair, and a good work to do.
Okay, so I think I'll focus on now work more than focusing on these things. Yeah. So my next question would be that how do you manage a project? Not only yours, but how do you manage the projects as a team that you work on? How do you manage the team and the projects?
Okay. So we have developed processes and framework for our complete project lifecycle. So we have 2 weeks sprint. In that development sprint is around 7 to 10 days. Right. Now I will tell you the elements which enable all these things to happen according to our plan or the processes and framework. First thing is motivation. The your team should not feel like they are working for you for your company or to build a cool company or the project. I mean the product that you're building. Their main motivation should be to solve problem of million or billions of people that you are doing, right? They should relate their motivation with the cause. when they are motivated, the another things come is you should not, you should not giving them a solution and ask them to build it. You should always, bring in problem in the house. You should, sit together with them, iterate over the problem, come up with a solution as a team together, so that the guys who will be building it finds, feels involvement. They feel the ownership. They think this is my idea. This is a problem I know that I want to build it. Once you are assured that your team is motivated, they are confident, and they take the ownership of the product, of the solution. Then comes a, planning part. We make a plan of a sprint, 7 to 10 days long. We break it into tasks. We assign responsibilities to the engineer, and we make sure that we measure the progress on daily basis, so that we can complete the complete, plan. I mean sprint in time. And we also make sure that we always relate the goal of a sprint with our company success and the user success. So this complete process enables us to get things done.
Okay, so now we want to know what was the question behind your startup? Like Mark Zuckerberg's question was how to get girls, and the answer was Facebook. What was your motivation behind pursuing your startup?
Okay, if I talk specifically about Power Play, obviously it was not as glamorous as, Mark Zuckerberg's, but the question is India's second largest industry, construction, still operates on pen and paper. Why is that?
Okay. Also, tell us now, how did you come across this idea? I mean, it's a pretty unique and unexplored topic for this for our IT sector.
Okay. Yeah. So, just to give you a brief background, before coming to, landing on Power Play idea, we built around 6 products and we worked on more than 10 ideas in last, 1 year before this Power Play. So it didn't happen magically, obviously, because, we all are consumers. So we are, tend to find problems in our, people around us. And, we can easily find an idea which is targeting the customer. But when you come to Power Play, which is specifically a B2B product and targets a particular industry which we don't easily relate to. So after my previous startup idea, which we left for some reasons, we were back to the ideation phase. We were looking for the people problems around us. So this flat, which I'm currently staying in, is my co-founder's flat. So his father is in construction business, and he has, helped his father build some buildings and other stuff. So over there, he realized the projects never gets, completed in time and never gets completed in budget, and there is no way to figure that out during the process. So that's how we, landed on this idea of Power Play.
Okay, so now we know what was the question and how you came across. Let us know the answer also. What is Power Play? Please let our
Okay.
audience know about it in detail. Yeah.
Okay. So I will start with a story which you can relate to. You order a sandwich on Swiggy,
Yeah.
right? You can track it through the life cycle.
Yes.
But a construction project owner or a general contractor who is building a 100 crore building, he has no way to figure out how much his project has got completed and how much more time it will take and how much more budget it will take, right? So we are building a solution which will enable these guys to track their progress in real time. How we are making sure that if you look at the, carpenter, project engineers, quality assurance engineers, storm manager, all the guys who work on construction site, they have got mobile phones recently, and now they also have fast internet connection. They use Facebook, Twitter, not Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, or WhatsApp, right? So now they are like quite comfortable with the mobile phone. We want to enable these guys to update their progress online and collaborate among themselves in real time. So this will, make tracking of a project possible in real time. Thus, help those owners and general contractors cut cost and complete their project in time.
So it's clear that one needs to be quite smart and courageous while running a growing company like yours. What other qualities do you look for while hiring potential candidates for your organization?
Okay. So at PowerPlay, we are building a gene pool. I'll now explain bit about gene pool. We are bringing in people who are adamant about gen aesthetics. We are bringing in people who are very good at implementing logics. We are bringing in people who are interns, who are 10-year experience, who are 5-year experience, 2-year experience, from all the experience level. We are bringing in people who believe in structured thinking. We are bringing in people who believe in hacky approach. So we are bringing all kind of people together to make sure we have a balance of everything in our team. But the common denominator among all these people is all of them are highly motivated. They take ownership of their work. They have very solid basic concepts, and they love what they do.
So, being the co-founder of such a big startup and having a lot to do on your hands, do you get time for yourself, your hobbies, and your interests?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm living my life. This is something I wanted to do from college time, and finally I'm doing it. So I think it's a hobby like which I'm doing 24/7. But even if you want to know, apart from the work, I go gym regularly with my co-founder. I watch Netflix sometime while having dinner. So yeah, these two things.
Okay.
Our next question to you is, what different skills helped you in building PowerPlay? Also, how do you and your team deal with setbacks and obstacles?
To answer your first questions, uh, during my time at IIT Roorkee, there were a sequence of events which happened which inspired me and enabled me to start a startup on my own. For example, in MDZ, uh, I learned about writing code, bringing an idea to the production, thinking about design aesthetic, all these things. I fall in love with the process, and this complete processing is just amazing. I was part of alumni association group where we used to organize, B plan competition. There I understood, okay, along with the software, there is a business angle required for a startup.
Yeah.
I interned with multiple startups where I was the energy among the team. I understood that startup is not a 1 day thing or a 1 month thing or maybe 6 month thing. It's about a small team on a mission, doing everything possible in limited resources, limited time, and achieving the big feat. It's just like jumping from a building and building rocket while you come down.
Also, please tell us what this. How do you deal with the setbacks you face? You
Yeah.
must be facing them, right?
Hmm. So there are small setbacks. Sometimes there are huge setbacks. For small setbacks, maybe watch a movie. And for huge setbacks, also, I do not spend more than a day. I believe, like, tomorrow is a new day. No matter how much you achieved yesterday, there is a lot to be achieved in the future. And no matter how big the setback was yesterday, even if I have to start business today, like even we have to start, if we have to start business something from scratch today, we can still build a big business, startup or company out of it in upcoming months or year.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question would be that the COVID-19 pandemic that the whole world is facing, that it has a huge impact on most of the industries today, and there is a economic crisis being predicted just after it. So companies are embracing themselves for the economic crisis, and they're also dealing with the this pandemic. So we would like to know that how this situation is affecting the startups, and what are the strategy changes that you have implemented to embrace yourself with this.
See, yeah, first, these pandemics or crises do not impact good startups a lot. Maybe it impact the startup world. Maybe some less startup will get funded. But if you look at, there are billion startup which got founded during the 2000 burst, and there are billion-dollar startup which got founded during the 2008 crisis, right?
Mm, mm.
So in general, obviously, some startup will face setbacks. Some will boom, like one of Airmeet, our IT Roorkee alumni. Specifically, if I talk about my startup and my industry, the complete construction industry is on hold. Construction work can't be done right now.
Right.
It will impact like our software, which was implemented in some projects. Now those projects are on hold. We have multiple clients in pipeline who wanted to use our software, but the projects are also on hold, right? But in long term, it's good for us. God forbid, but it's good for our company because people who used to go to the site, like project manager, project engineer, quality assurance engineer, now they would like to sit at home and take all the updates online. Even the people who goes to site, instead of interacting with the people, they will like to coordinate with each other online. This will reduce COVID chances for them. That's one benefit, and obviously it's cutting cost for them. And just because of that's one of the good reason on our list, and which is also getting us some customer leads.
Right. So there is a you're having a positive side also from the
Hmm.
COVID-19 pandemic. Great.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
nice to see. That's nice to see. So, moving on from power play, sir, what advice would you like to give us that is the freshmen of the college?
Okay. Uh, don't undervalue yourself. You are stronger than you think. If you want to, crack this or publish a paper, go for foreign internship. It's not rocket science. Except rocket science, nothing is rocket science. You just have to start with it. You'll get it done.
Okay. So now the we all miss you at MDG, right? And you must be missing IIT Roorkee also. So what are the things that you miss the most, and what did you love the most in IIT Roorkee?
Okay. Starting with the MDG, yeah, that's the first thing which comes to my mind when I think of IT Rookie. I had best friends at IT Roorkee. I had amazing mentors. We have such a vibrant culture. The meetings which we have on Snapchat, the parties which we have in Dynasty, and maybe a new restaurants are there. All these things, yeah, we go for, we used to go to canal walk together and Ganga canal walk together. All these things, I really wish I could, relive those moments. All those, moments are just amazing. If I tell you about IIT Roorkee, you will not find such, green and clean campus anywhere else, at least in Bangalore. Yeah. We miss class proxies, maybe.
Okay, we're not missing these things right now because we
Okay.
don't. I can
And we have only 1 year left, so,
yeah, we're doing in virtual, right?
okay. Oh, and
Yeah.
right now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so thanks a lot, Shubham, for this amazing conversation. For us, it was really enlightening to know a lot of stuff that we could never come across just talking from someone as experienced as you. So thanks a lot, and we hope you had a good time with us.